even as we're waiting for that big US-India deal, the India-UK free trade agreement is inked. That is what we are hearing. You will have a briefing from the Ministry of External Affairs at 6:30 p.m. today. There is a power-packed delegation that is in the UK right now with Prime Minister Modi. You have top corporate voices there from Sunil Bharti Mittal, Anish Shah, to Ashish Chauhan. Like the whole star cast of corporates is there. This is an important one that is being signed. It's following 3 years of negotiation and it's going to give a massive boost. In fact, by $34 billion, that's going to be the boost between India and the UK. It's expected to double by 2030. Rishabh Bhatnagar joins in. He's been tracking this very, very closely. Rishabh, you put out a story a short while ago about how whiskey gets cheaper, but I'm sure there's more to that than that headline.
Yes, Tamanna, we're seeing that this major FTA that India is signing in over a decade now with the UK, this is spanning about 26 chapters, including trade, services, as well as intellectual property rights. What we're seeing is that about 99% of Indian exports to the UK will now enjoy zero duty access under this new FTA. Apart from whiskey, like you said, we're seeing that textiles, gems, toys, auto components will be among sectors that will gain from just about 4 to 16% tariff removal from these particular 4 sectors. What we're seeing also is that not just goods, this deal covers services as well. And with the UK, will now be opening access in IT, in finance, education, professional services. And these are major service sector exports that India does in terms of talent as well. What we're seeing also is that there will be sort of temporary access given by the UK to Indian chefs, yoga instructors and musicians as well as part of this deal. And a very important part of this deal is also the social security component of it. There is through which Indian workers in the UK will be able to save about 4,000 crore rupees annually. This is a 3-year social security exemption. Basically, Indian workers, when they are settled temporarily in the UK for up to 3 years, they won't have to pay insurance contributions as part of their salaries there. That's where the saving is coming in from. So it is beneficial to employees as well as employers. And also, apart from goods and services, what we're seeing is that non-tariff barriers will now be also addressed. And therefore, exporters across sectors stand to gain from this particular FTA.
Okay, so exporters across sectors, that's an important one. Rishabh, I'm going to request you to stay with us because there's impact for textile, gems, toys, auto components. It's across the board. This is truly a huge deal, and we've broken it down for you in terms of stocks as well.
But Tamanna, just 2 points out here, and maybe Rishabh spoke about it. The UK is expected to invest about 5 to 10 billion pounds in India until FY30. For energy, clean infrastructure, etc. A lot of material out there which says it's the UK's most significant trade agreement since Brexit. And from all the FTAs that have been signed by India, it is India's most ambitious FTA as well, which enhanced the comprehensive strategic partnership that India has had. So in some sense, it's historic for both the sides as well.
It's historic also. I don't want to say it that way, but we're showing how it's done.
Yeah.
A massive deal without all the kitsch, to put it in different words. You know, promises, threats. This is quietly and beautifully done. Works for both sides. I mean, this is how mature nations come out and do it. But you know, we were talking about stock specific. Which stocks stand to benefit from the historic India-UK free trade agreement? Mahima is joining in with more details.
Right, so I'll start with the textile sector first because that stands to benefit the most because overall tariffs were as high as 12% on textiles, which were being sent to UK. They'll now come down to 0%. Duty-free access to UK's market will provide a level playing field for Indian exporters. Overall, Indian exporters previously faced a high duty disadvantage and that they were competing against likes of Bangladesh, Pakistan, Cambodia. So that will come down now. And overall, in FY24, around 6.6% of textiles from India went to UK, but that will now increase and grow in double digits. Overall, stocks to benefit from this sector would be Welspun Living, Trident, KPR Mills, Pearl Global, Gokuldas, as well as Arvind Limited. In terms of the other sector, that is footwear, might also benefit from this because the exports had tariffs of 16%, which is now again 0%. So this will benefit that particular segment as well, and almost exports are expected to grow to that $900 million in terms of the footwear segment. Agri is another counter where there will be benefits that will flow in. Staples like turmeric, pepper, cardamom, etc. will also benefit. Zero duty on agri commodities again, so that's a big win for India. Duty access is expected to increase agri exports by over 20% in the next 3 years, is what the analysts are penciling in. Now, some counters that could benefit from this include your Tasty Bites, ADF Foods, which make ready-to-eat foods and export to the UK. In terms of the marine exports, this is also interesting because zero duty access for almost 99% of marine exports. So shrimp, tuna, fish meal, feeds will become duty-free, and stocks that could benefit from this include your Coastal Corp, Apex Frozen Foods, as well as Avanti Feeds. These are the three counters that could benefit from that. Engineering goods, now interesting one here, tariff elimination as high as almost 18% under the FTA. So engineering exports to the UK could nearly double in the next 5 years, reaching to almost $7.5 billion by FY30, something that the analysts are penciling in. Now, some counters that could benefit from this include Thermax, Cummins India, there's Grieve Cottons, and ABB India that could probably be benefiting from this. Another few sectors that could benefit includes your gems and jewelry. So your Rajesh Exports, Viber Global, PDS Limited could benefit from this. Chemical companies also stand to benefit. Counters like Gujarat Fluorochemicals, Balaji Amines, Naveen Fluorine, Himadri Specialty, Lakshmi Organics, Fine Organics would also benefit from this as well. So these are the counters that will stand to benefit from the UK FTA.